Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member Morelli, all of the members of the committee. I am pleased to appear back in my old stomping grounds here in the House. I'm here on behalf of GPO's 1,625 craftspeople and professionals, all of whom work to support Congress and our vision of an America informed. As the chairman mentioned, this is a big year for GPO. Along with the nation's 250th birthday, GPO turns 165, and we celebrate a century of producing the U.S. passport. As you know, GPO runs like a business, and we charge our customers for the work we do. I'm pleased to announce that we have just successfully completed our annual financial statement audit, and that shows that we ended fiscal year 2025 with total revenue of just over $1.3 billion. While we have a diverse portfolio of products supporting all three branches of government, I'm focusing my remarks today on the work we do for Congress. When people think of GPO, they often picture us as a building filled with printing and binding equipment. While we are, most of the work we do for Congress is essentially document conversion. We receive paper documents, typically with a basic electronic file, and we need to convert them into easily accessible structured data files that can be distributed both digitally and in print. That's where our work is. It's not in the printed output. Unfortunately, GPO's software stack, which Congress also uses to produce its own official documents, has not kept pace. Replacing our legacy composition engine with our new XPub product will allow us to round-trip electronic files in the legislative branch's native XML format. We're making progress with this transition. Now, when I worked in the House, I was always told that XPub was 2 years away. That was more than 8 years ago. And at the risk of being my own punchline, I'm pleased to report that we're in the user testing phase of our release for bills, resolutions, and amendments, and we hope to move to production by the end of the calendar year. It is a very complicated project with multiple House and Senate dependencies, but everybody is working together to bring it in for a landing. One area where I'm pleased to report that we have a new product available today is our Model Context Protocol server for GovInfo, our trusted digital repository for government information. Our MCP server, which is today in public preview, will allow LLMs and other AI models to access GovInfo without having to separately train on it. That means when it's integrated with these services, you can ask Copilot, ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini your question, and it can respond with up-to-date, accurate government information. We believe that this is a far better approach than building our own chat interface for GovInfo. We're really excited to see what the community can do with these new capabilities. GPO's single biggest challenge is the age of its workforce. Our median age is 54, the federal average is 47. When I started at GPO at the end of 2019, almost half of the agency was eligible to retire in 2027. The good news is we've already pushed that cliff back to 2030 through targeted recruiting, apprenticeships, on-the-job training, and a recent graduate program. We're going to continue investing in our next generation to ensure that we have the people we need to deliver for our customers. That also means we've got to work smarter with the people we have. Let me give you one example related to our chronic backlog in processing bills. With the support of the Modernization and Innovation Subcommittee, under the leadership of Chair Bice and Ranking Member Torres, we created a partnership with the clerk and provided members with the option to opt out of having their bills proofread by GPO. While I still believe that our proofreading process yields a higher quality product, we have seen that we can produce these bills much more quickly if a member is willing to accept that risk. Only about 9% of our bills are processed using this option, but among those that are, we can generally batch process them in as little as 20 minutes and quickly move them into production, often making them available on the next day. Lastly, just a brief note that GPO statutes need to be updated. They were written for the world of print, not our digital present. And I look forward to working with the committee to ensure that our statutes facilitate and don't impede our work. Since I last appeared here, a great deal has changed. In that time, we've seen nearly a 400% increase in monthly GovInfo retrievals, and our annual passport production has nearly doubled. Our gross revenue is up over $392 million in that same period. None of that would have been possible without the support of this committee. Chairman Stile, Ranking Member Morelli, and members of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to testify today. I am open to whatever questions you may have.